All right, let's go. Before we get to free agency, a little look at free agency. Check out kencampbell.substack.com for all of your writing needs. Lots of great draft coverage. While Ken was in Montreal, I don't know how he's found time to write on top of all of the obligations with fellow writers.
No, it wasn't. It was with my wife. We totally went through this.
Yeah, obligations.
I had to go cycling. I had to go to the jazz festival. I had to go to dinner.
I wanted to go to the jazz festival. Wait, I told you that the jazz festival was going on.
You did. Yeah. You did. Yeah.
So check out kencampbell.substack.com. Check out Ken_Campbell27 on Twitter at Ken_Campbell27. Check out myself at _Dylan Waugh. And check us out also the podcast on Twitter at Hockey No Filter. Check us out on YouTube. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Do the stuff that helps us with the other stuff. But our reviews are just so lacking on Apple Podcasts. But you know what? That's all right. We do this for the satisfaction of doing it.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, we know we're good. We don't need your validation. Okay, so
I would like it.
Yeah, I mean, we would want it a lot.
Yeah.
But
we're not going to beg.
We're not going to beg for
Please.
it. Okay, yeah. So free agents, we've broken this up into top 3, like what we think are going to be the top 3 under the radar signings, the top 3 absolute anchors of a contract, and the top 3 best free agents that are on the market that are going to make a lot of impact on their team. So let's start from under the radar signings.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
I went through the list. It was hard to par it down.
I would compare this free agent class to this year's draft. Like, no, I would. Yeah. Like, seriously, not, you don't have the superstar quality, but you got a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
You got a lot of good ones. And for me, the best kind of like dark horse ones, like I love Vincent Trocheck.
Ooh, he's a good one.
Yeah. Like, I love Andrew Kopp.
Yeah.
Like,
so I didn't put Andrew Kopp as a dark horse though.
Oh yeah.
I didn't put him on any list. I just felt like he was too well known to be a dark horse on my list.
Okay. I mean, so is Rickard Raquel too well known too then?
He's on my list for dark horse.
Yeah. And like a David Perron, and the reason why I say David Perron is because probably St. Louis is going to be able to get him on a hometown discount. Yeah. And that's great. Like,
okay, so give me your 3
Brendan
then.
Smith, like I just gave you a bunch.
Oh, I thought we were doing 3.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't get it down to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my 3
are going to be, okay, I'll go
Trocheck.
Yeah, Trocheck, Kopp, and Perron.
Yeah. They're good players.
Yeah.
They're good players. And they might be wanting for contracts after the day one.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
My 3 are Rickard Raquel, Brett Kulak, and here is the bombshell, because we were talking about this a little bit off air. Andrew Hammond.
Yeah.
He's a free agent.
Isn't he 100?
Sorry?
Isn't he 100?
He's 35.
That's 100 in hockey.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
The reason why, like, what I kind of weighed out in my mind was what their dollars to impact are going to be. And I think that Andrew Hammond, I think that if somebody takes a league minimum flyer on him, I think that he is going to do well. And I think that he went from being possibly the most overrated goalie in the NHL to being possibly the most underrated goalie in the NHL. Ooh. And this is what happens when goalie nerds like myself start talking a little bit too loudly.
Right.
Because Hammond was never as good as his big run in Ottawa. Right. And so all the goalie nerds like myself start going, well, he sucks. He looks terrible. All the rest of it. Right.
Yeah.
But then, which is true. It's not necessarily like wrong, but then he's now has a long history of still stopping pucks at a decent rate.
Right.
Well, so what? So I can turn around and say he's doing it all wrong. Well, Mickey Mantle held his bat weird. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just like, so anyways, I think the Leafs should get Andrew Hammond. There's my hot take.
Okay.
I think the Leafs should get Andrew Hammond. I think that he is the answer to their prayers.
Okay.
Because I don't see him as being worse than the other options out there in net, and he's going to cost a heck of a lot less.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, and then Brett Kulak, again, I don't think he's going to cost nothing.
Yeah.
I think somebody's going to get him for like $1.5 million. Yeah, those are the guys. A second pairing guy.
Like, there are so many guys out there that you could just say, this guy's a guy we need to just fill in a niche here, you know? And there are so many guys like that out there. Yeah.
Do you want to go to the top 3 anchor contracts or the top 3?
Not anchor. Well, yeah, overpaid or like the anchor.
Well, I'm calling them an anchor contract.
Yeah, sure.
All right, who's your first one?
Valeri Nichushkin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Somebody is probably going to be Dallas.
I knew you were going to pick Nichushkin, so I didn't pick him.
And it's probably going to be Dallas is going to overpay that guy big time.
Yeah.
Based on a really good playoff.
Yeah.
He's still Valeri Nichushkin. And he's good. And he had a career year and everything, but
he's better than the guy that didn't score. And he's not as good as the guy that was in the playoffs this year.
Yep.
He's Valeri Nichushkin.
Yep.
I completely agree. My first one on the list, Ben Sherratt.
Okay.
I think that GMs are still.
Do you think that though after that playoff?
You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Yes.
Because
I do want to know why.
I'm the idiot.
I do want to know why. I do want to know why. You asked me 3 times, so I thought I had to answer 3
Okay,
times.
well, Jacob 2-2 is not enough for me. I'm Dylan 3-3. And I wrote a rhyme about it, apparently.
Okay.
I'm the idiot that thought Ristolainen would be a good pickup because, of course, GMs know that he's not very good.
Yeah.
And then he got a 5-year contract.
Yeah.
And Ben Sherratt is nothing if not a slightly better Ristolainen. So if his agent is going and being like, oh, Ristolainen's a comparable, which is a good comparable, to be honest.
Yeah, but
he'll get paid.
Comparables in unrestricted free agency, they don't put. I don't think GMs put a lot of stock into it.
Okay, so Ristolainen was a mid-year signing, an extension, right?
Yeah.
Free agency costs you either an extra million or an extra year.
Yeah.
What do you want for Ben Sherratt? The extra million on Ristolainen or the extra year?
Yeah.
They're like the same age. They have the same style of game, right? Anyways, Ben Sherratt is just gonna. Oh man, it's unbelievable. Who's next on your list?
Ilya Mikheyev.
Oh, I almost put him as under the radar. I almost put him as one of my top 3 under the radars.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me why Ilya Mikheyev.
Just because he's fast.
What do you think? You think that the team's going to overpay him a lot?
Yeah, I do. I think he's going to get more money in term than he would have because he played in Toronto. And
I feel like he doesn't quite have the points counts to really dictate that, but
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you wait.
I like him as a player a lot, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You do, eh? Okay.
I do, but I mean, like the thing about him in Toronto is that he's just more of what Toronto doesn't need.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Much like DeBrincat going to Ottawa.
I think Toronto has basically said, yeah, we're going to move on.
Thanks for the memories.
Yeah, we're going to move on here. Yeah.
Okay, so my second is Evander Kane.
That he was my third.
Okay.
or 3. I had 3A and 3B.
I've got a 3A, 3. No, not on this one. I've got 3 though.
Yeah.
Evander Kane, you take it away, Ken.
Well, you don't have to say anything.
Yeah,
he's got
a shelf life.
Yeah.
He kept his nose clean for 4 months, and now he's going to get another 3-year contract.
Yeah.
At a decent money.
Yeah.
That's what do you say about him? Mm-hmm. All right, who's your third? Well, that was Evander Kane.
Claude Giroux.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
He's going to get wildly overpaid and overtermed.
I know, for a guy that's 34 now.
34.
Yeah. Poof.
I would stay away, far away from that.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready? 2 years ago, we've had a flat salary now for a few years now, right?
Fairly flat. Yeah.
I mean, we're going up $1 million this year.
It's going to go up. It's going to go back up.
2 years ago, Jakob Markstrom got signed for $6 million by 5 years. And he came off of a outstanding season in Vancouver, where he had 3 or 4 good seasons that were a little bit hampered by injury, but then kind of put it all together and had an outstanding season. He was always looking good throughout his whole career, and then he looked great, and then Calgary paid him. The word on that contract was, maybe too much term. That's a lot of money to give to a guy that's only had 1 good season. The rumor, according to Elliot Friedman, is that Jack Campbell is going to get 5 by 5.
Good for him.
Well, he doesn't have a Vezina.
Nope.
Not to say that the Vezina is the only thing that matters. His best season is not even close to Markstrom's best season.
Well, his best season was...
And the salary cap is more constrained now than it was when Markstrom signed.
He would have had a really good season if a season had been like way back
2
in
months?
like the 1890s when there used to be like a Stanley Cup winner every 3 months.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Jack, I almost did Darcy Kemper, but then I thought, I don't know that Kemper's going to get 5 times 5. And Jack Campbell, in fairness, I think is the best goalie of this free agent class,
Okay.
but 5 times 5 in a more constrained salary cap than Jakob Markstrom getting 6 times 5.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, you had questions about that, and maybe Jack Campbell is worth.
No,
that.
I liked the Markstrom sign.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I liked it. I'm just saying that there's a narrative about it that it was a lot of money and a lot of term for a guy that was, he was 27, I think, when he signed that.
Yeah,
Markstrom was. He's 27, and Jack Campbell's older. He's like 29.
Yeah, and he's only played 100 NHL games. Like, this year he had played his 100th NHL game.
Whew. Send out the pewter stick. I'm very proud of myself for coming up with that one off the cuff. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. All right, top 3 free agents for impact. I think we probably both have number 1. It's got to be the same guy.
Johnny Gaudreau. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He's Johnny Hockey.
You know what's weird?
He scored like 120 points this year.
You know what's weird is like,
tell me,
after the draft, you go by the rail and the GMs talk to you and stuff. Brad Treliving seemed shockingly, surprisingly confident that they could still get something done with Johnny Gaudreau.
I do think I don't that know, he wants to be there.
I don't know if that's like pie in the sky, like being hopeful, or if there was a real basis to it.
Your hubris will be your downfall.
But it was he was surprisingly like upbeat about the possibility of them re-signing him.
I think that.
But if you've gone this far, don't you go the distance if you're Johnny Gaudreau now?
Oh yeah.
Like if you've gone this far, like, come on.
My mom had a story about buying a car, where she went to a car salesman who said, how many dealerships have you been to today? And she said, this is my first one. And he said, go to all the rest, tell me what numbers you get, and come back and tell me. That might be the route with Johnny Gaudreau.
Might be.
Where Brad Treliving, like, the thing is that there seems to be a situation where once you go to free agency, you've resigned it in your mind that you're not going back to that team.
Right.
But if Treliving's pretty confident in the number that he's offering Gaudreau, confident in the fact that Gaudreau wants to play there, which I think that he does
it become like a Steven Stamkos thing where
right.
He goes, he looks around and he
take
goes,
a peek.
Yeah, grass is still pretty green here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Second one, we're probably agreed as well.
Nazem Kadri.
Yeah. Nazem Kadri.
Yeah.
What's there to say about Nazem Kadri?
Well, but he might get into the overpaid guy too.
You know what? He might not get into overpaid, but he'll almost definitely get overterm.
Yeah. Overtermed. Yeah.
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 Oof.
He's getting 7.
100%.
Yeah, wherever he goes,
7.
he's getting 7. Yeah.
So now if you did that as like 7 by 5 or 7 by 6 in order to keep the AAV down,
right,
then you've got my attention.
Yeah.
But if you're going 7 by 8 or 7 by 7 even,
for a 31-year-old guy.
Yeah.
It's
a lot, but I mean, there's no denying his impact on the ice.
Yeah.
There's no denying that his teammates like him. He's good in the room. He's good on the ice.
And so now do you
Guys
go,
like to go to
now
war
do you
with
go,
him.
now do you go, and now do you say, okay, he got it. He's got it. Like he's not going back to what he was. This is what he is. He's figured it out. He's going to be this guy for the rest of his career.
No, you see, you're laboring under a misconception here. He hasn't changed. The difference is that he's not on Toronto, so the refs don't hate him anymore.
Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's why. Because the NHL would not ever want Toronto to win.
Yeah.
Like that would just be the worst thing for hockey in ever.
Yeah.
So the NHL has it in for Toronto.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, got it.
Well, anyways, I think that there's a little bit of luck of the draw here. And so I did joke about Toronto just now, but what I will say, and it's not a refs thing, what I will say is that on Toronto, he felt I think, I'm just guessing here, he felt a profound need to be the guy that stands up, the guy that does something when nobody else will.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he felt that same need on the Colorado Avalanche. And so I don't know if it's as much as him getting it or him not feeling like he needs to push himself so much to be that guy, and it allows him to play his game.
Okay, so if you go by that, if you subscribe to that logic, you go, well, he's going to sign a great big deal for a lot of money and a lot of term. He's going to want to go in there and make it look
and
like
make sure that he's making his money. Yeah. Okay, who's your third? Because I did 2 for 3. I did a 3A and a 3B, and I'll just take whoever you didn't take.
I got Andre Palat.
Okay, Palat was my 3A.
And who's your 3B?
John Klingberg. I can't read your writing. What is this?
It is.
It's almost as bad as
Johnny
mine.
Gaudreau, Nazem Kadri,
Yeah, there you go.
Andre Palat,
John Klingberg. That's funny.
Wow, mind blown.
It's almost like they're all good.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that even the most casual hockey fan could have come up with this list there.
Yes, yeah.
We're not special.
Maybe we're giving ourselves a little too much credit. Yeah.
So then there I was, and computing and compositing all of the information available, and I thought, gee, Palat and Klingberg, they hockey good, don't they? Okay, so Palat's the obvious one. I mean, he was the second line center, even a first line center for a long time in Tampa Bay's latest Stanley Cup run. Palat's the obvious one, but I'm really curious as to why you put Klingberg on that list.
Just because he's I think Dallas is going to really, really miss him. I think Dallas is going to really feel the pain when he goes.
Yeah.
I just love the way he plays. Both ends of the ice, hard-nosed guy, plays the game right. I think he's going to be a stud somewhere.
I think
like he would be a guy that if I were looking for that would be the guy that I would throw the bank at.
So the rumor is that Dallas is interested in Jeff Petrie,
right,
as their Klingberg replacement.
And good luck with that.
Well, so here's what I say about that. Petrie is better defensively than he's ever given credit for.
Mm-hmm.
He's excellent in transition. One year when I was watching the internal skills competition for the Montreal Canadiens, Petrie was the second fastest skater on the team. So he is an excellent skater. He's excellent in transition. He's good in his own end, and he's good offensively. Not great offensively, not great in his own end, but good.
Right.
You'd say league average, and then he's got his excellent strengths. Klingberg has that unique ability. Now it's maybe rendered moot because Miro Heiskanen has the same ability.
Right.
But Klingberg has that unique ability to get the puck on his stick, and Subban had this in his day, and Carlson had this in his day, and I don't like Brent Burns never really had this, right? He has the ability to get the puck on his stick in the defensive zone and just off he goes.
Well, and that's why I'm suggesting Dallas is going to miss that because it's so important.
Yeah.
It's so important to get, like, you can have good forwards, but if you don't have somebody who's going to get the puck up to them, or get it out of your zone and get it into transition, you're hooped, man.
But even beyond just the transition and out of the zone, that guy that can just take the puck and skate it to the offensive zone and put an actual scoring chance on that. Not just a shot, not just a slap shot from the blue line, a line change or something stupid like that. Like an actual, somebody that's dynamic to that extent. It's just like when people compare it to Patrice Bergeron and they go, oh, this guy's just like Patrice Bergeron. It's like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
He has some of the markings of Patrice Bergeron, but he can't do that. And Jeff Petrie, I feel like he's got the skills to do that, but I don't know that he's got the mind or he's wired to do that.
And I don't know if the body's willing at this point.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
But anyways, my point is just say I think that John Klingberg on the right team will have such a fantastic impact on the ice.
Yep.
And to your point about have the best forwards, you need somebody to get them to puck. To your point about that, I always say Max Pacioretty never scored less than 30 goals until the year that Markov left the Montreal Canadiens.
Right.
Left winger.
Right.
Left defenseman.
Yep.
All of a sudden, he scores 20 goals. He scored 39 2 years earlier.
Right.
Gee, I wonder what happened.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
He didn't get a single. He didn't get a buddy. He didn't get a puck on his tape all year.
Dougie Hamilton, when they signed him, like it's like we've got all these talented forwards. We got to have somebody who gets him the puck.
They signed Dougie Hamilton. All of a sudden, Jack Hughes has a breakout year.
Yeah.
I wonder if the two could be related. Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to touch on, or
I don't know.
Oh, it's a long. Well, it's actually not that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got free agency in 2 days. We've got
that'll be exciting.
Arbitration. That's
yeah.
No, I think we're good.
All right. Well, check out Ken's Substack. You can get this episode directly into your inbox. And of course, you can get all of Ken's writing, kencampbell.substack.com. Check out Hockey Unfiltered on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on Google Podcasts. Check us out on Castbox Podcast. Okay, well, I'm done with that. And of course, please subscribe. Check us out on YouTube and drop us a line. We read them, folks. We read them. You write them. You gotta write them to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.